Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's Fed week, guys. Fed week, Fed week. Let's go. Yeah, ZNTL is looking good. Looking good. That was a beautiful bottom too, though, by the way. Beautiful. 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 There we go. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome back. Ryan and Thrust. Virus. Let's go. Let's go. Are you ready for chaos, Virus? Edward, good morning. John, good morning. Azul, good morning. Dave, good morning. Cohen, good morning. Erin, welcome back. Good morning. Dream, good morning. Jay, always, good morning. Jericho, ayo, ayo, good morning. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello. Yeah, ZNTL just needs to break above like $4.80 and then send it for $5. ZNTL. So that looks good. VRAX kind of lost most of those gains. Well, when I say most, you know what I mean. But from $4.15 all the way back to $3.50. So it's lost a lot of the monies that it gained. But really good run on this one, though. Right, as soon as that thing closed below the 9, it was a problem. So let's see if it can stay above 345. If it can, that's a good thing. On the left hand side, that's DRMA, guys. Again, if you played with this one early pre-market, congratulations, right? We talked about this on Sunday night, right? Nice pop. What I really like though about this thing is we talk about this all the time on stream. Do not play the first run up if you don't feel comfortable. But a lot of you guys did and made some really good money. What I like though is that it gave you a second chance, right? And this is something that we talk about a lot on like the one-on-ones for the gold members, right? So that was a really good drop, consolidate, and then spike back to 345, right? So that thing came all the way back down to $2 basically, right? So initially it went from $1.50 all the way up to $3.70, and then came all the way back down to $2, below $2, and all the way back up to 350. That's a pretty good pop, right? So even if you missed that first run up, you had an opportunity to get in on the second run, which is really good. So let's see how this thing performs. Ready? There wasn't really a catalyst on here except for like momentum and retail hype. It seems like it's building a bit of a base at $2.30 DRMA. So let's see what happens. NCNA, really good run on this one this morning. And even now, when it's sold off quite a bit from $7, $8 all the way to 6.30. It's still up 150%. So that thing has had a really good run, right? It's holding the 200 EMA here. So if you're playing with this thing, make sure it stays above $6.20. Good morning, Rich. Jeff, good morning. From the mini hockey games. What a weekend. Let's go. Abdu, good morning. Abdu says already made $1,000, but still stuck with IMRX. Okay. Yeah. So OBLG. I'll take a look. XCUR. 48%, but doesn't really look like it wants to do anything. BBLG looks interesting just because, again, it's up 67% and it's holding that 200 EMA. So let's see what happens. Dylan, good morning. Let me pull up. I'm going to leave BBLG on the left hand side. Let me pull up OBLG though. See what it's doing here. That's the wrong one. TradingView always has like a different. Yeah, that thing looks like that thing popped really quickly and then got sent back to the abyss. Yeah, I don't see any news on that though, but don't see any news. Yeah, it's losing all those gains. It's back to 3%. Back to 3%. What's VRAX doing here? Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, it does. It does. It's good that it's holding 345 as usual, but it's gonna need some volume to get back above the 9 and the 20 because that looks a bit sus. Good morning, Olu. Dazed. Good morning. What's your position in TIL, Dazed? Top of the morning to you as well. Carry on. GEVO, $1.22. Mental stop is 115. Perfect. I'll take a look. Take a look, ski. Good morning, WZ. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Good. 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 Yeah. NCNA is bouncing off that 200 EMA, so that's perfect. Right? And we've said this so many times, like when a stock is dropping, maybe the spot to take a gamble is if it's consolidating at the demand zone. You don't just buy it because it's at the demand zone, you buy it if it's consolidating in that zone, right? So in this case, it looks like it tapped it and it stayed there for a bit and then popped, which is perfect, right? Educated gamble in a sense. Lazy good morning. Brent Hayo. Okay, so what am I looking at? GEVO at $1.22. Stop loss at 115. Nice. So it doesn't look like a crazy stock. What's the float on this? Yeah, that's why 227 million. It's not gonna be one of those that goes crazy, right? But it does look good though. It does look really good. So congratulations. I'm not sure I would leave that stop loss at $1.15 though. Maybe at like break even now, but yeah, it looks good. Let me look at the daily really quickly here. See how much upside it potentially has. It looks like it. Yeah, looks like it's just a continuation from last week, right? Thursday, Friday was really good for this stock actually. Right, ran on Thursday, ran on Friday, and then it just continues on Monday. Your next major resistance is like $1.40, right? But the only obstacle here for this thing is that big float to over 200 million shares, right? So that's going to be a problem. But for now, though, it does look good, right? So just keep slowly moving that stop loss up, and you should be fine. Ready? ZNTL is failing at a potential double top here now. $4.75, 480. So just be mindful. VRAX is still just sitting there. DRMA isn't doing much. BBLG isn't doing much. Looks like consolidation for XCUR, not too bad. And then NCNA is actually kind of cooking into the open here. What do we have? 20 minutes? Yeah. So we're back to $7. 174% on this one. Hamburger time, Ayo Trey. Good morning. Hello, hello. How's the float a problem? So think of a float as think of a float. The float is it's again supply and demand, right? When you think of float, think of supply and demand. When the float is bigger, when you have when you have a whole bunch of shares, that means you have way more supply. So you need a whole bunch of demand to acquire that supply for it to move up really quickly, right? That's why people like lower floats because again, even if the demand is not as crazy, you can still push up really nicely. Or it's easier to move when the supply is smaller, basically. Alrighty. I don't want to bring up that pizza analogy because then we're gonna get hungry really quickly, you know. PJ, good morning. You're welcome, Carrie. It's hard. Exactly. There you go. There you go, Nemo. Really good example, right? So think of float as weights, right? It's harder to move 100 pounds than it is to move 1 pound. Exactly. Beautiful. Are you calling people that weigh 100 pounds fat, Nemo? Oh my goodness, chat. Get after him. I'm kidding. But yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, right? Really easy to visualize, right? Hey, yo, Kimbella, what's up? What's up? Welcome back, right? Perfect. Perfect. Bankruptcy filing provides leverage for a turnaround. Interesting, actually. That bankruptcy would do that. Hmm. Yeah, something to keep on the watch list. Good morning, Tesh. Ayo, Patricia. Patricia, good morning. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Uh, Let's see. Okay, perfect. Vuzi, you're in at a dollar. Should you just get out? Let me take a look. Vuzi at a dollar four. You're at a dollar eight now. Um, my question is for a name like this, like Vuzi. Vuzi also has a big, well, I mean, 60 million, right? So not horrible. But my question for you is like, why did you get into Vuzi? Did you have a plan for Vuzi? The low for Vuzi on Friday was a dollar, right? So at the very least for now, like if I was in this play, my stop loss would be 99 cents because we didn't even break below a dollar on Friday. So now we're sitting at a dollar eight. So you're slightly green in that position. You kind of want to not you kind of want to stay like close to you know yeah. So it's now at a dollar ten, right? Vuzi is up a dollar, 8%. It's not a big push, but for a penny stock, that's not horrible. So the volume is slowly coming in on this thing here for some reason, right? So again, for that thing, yeah. So you have to go back to the reason why you got into this thing, and then go from there, right? It's not bad though, right? It's not like you're panic selling because you're red and it's crashing. You're slightly green in that position, and it's not horrible. Alrighty. Any thoughts? What are you guys? Any thoughts on SYT as a swing position, Jeff? It's way too early for that, though, isn't it? Right, the market isn't even open yet. But I want to look because that chart looks interesting, right? Jeff, this isn't horrible, right? If you look at the all of last week, right, it did a really good job consolidating at a dollar, right? I mean, I say a dollar, but really a dollar ten, right? So as long as this stock continues to close above a dollar ten, you should be okay with it. The only problem that it's having though is I'm not sure why I'm moving this line, but I'm just gonna, look at the last time. I mean, like look at this garbage, right? It's been below the nine and it's been crashing forever now, forever, 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 forever. So it actually looks okay now. The candles are a lot smaller, so the selling pressure is a lot slower, right? So if that thing can gain a bit of momentum, maybe it's going to push back above the nine and cook, right? So as long as it keeps closing these candles above a dollar ten, you should be okay. The all-time low for this thing is a dollar four, so it kind of needs to stay above that. Alrighty, Jeff. Cool, 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 cool. ZNTL is still failing at that resistance, consolidating here. NC is kind of failed that resistance as well at $7.10. BBLG is just sitting there. DRMA sitting there as well. VRAX is curling like Azul said, so we are holding that 340-ish, and it's trying to curl. So there's a whole bunch of names that look interesting this morning, but nothing is giving us the vibes. Oleg, good morning. Natalia, good morning. How far back do you go to look at the chart? I honestly, again, I just zoom out and look at. So what I do is when I'm looking at the daily chart, right? When someone says, "Hey, can you look at this stock?" All I do is I just quickly zoom out and look at the daily, and until I find information, it's hard for me to give you a time frame because I don't. It's not like I'm pulling up the daily chart and zooming back like all the way back. I'm simply just like pulling up the daily chart and seeing what I can see and like what it gives me. And if I don't see anything that that helps me make a decision, then I zoom out a bit further back, right? Like I'm gonna keep zooming out and zooming out and zooming out until I see something that I like, right? For example, like when Jeff asked about SYTA, like I can just pull up like immediately. I'm like, oh, okay, I have an idea of what I want to do with this already, right? So I'm just pulling up the daily until I have the information that I need. Is all, right? So that's the daily. And sometimes the daily looks so wonky that like I need to go to the 4 hour to look, right? So all I'm looking for is I'm looking for information that helps me make a decision. Alrighty, that's it. I usually zoom in on something I like. Yeah, there you go. Right. So again, you wanna zoom out so you can get the overall picture and have like the levels in mind, right? And then you zoom in to go make a decision, right? So usually these bigger time frames will give you like that overall picture. But if you're trying to make a decision, on a scalp, on a momentum play, on the bigger time frame, you're playing with a lot of fire. A lot of fire is what you're doing. Shamir, good morning. Alrighty, a lot of fire. No, Jeff, absolutely not. ZNTL doesn't look horrible. It's still fighting to break out, which is a good thing. So that's going to be one of the names we look at going into the open. No, Kimbella, it's not like it's not an exact thing, right? Like I said again, I'm zooming out just so I can get an idea of what's happening, right? I don't know if I can zoom out again and show you. So ZNT, this one looks really good, so it needs to break out though. So let me pull up a different chart. Somebody give me a different example to look at here. So let me actually, we're gonna look at a momentum name, okay? So let's look at NCNA, right? So obviously this is a momentum stock, right? So let's say in the morning I'm watching this stock cook, right? Because that's explosion. I'm like, oh wow, this thing looks amazing, right? Like it looks amazing. What am I going to do with this information? Well, first of all, I need to make sure that if I'm going to buy this thing, there's not a major resistance on the daily time frame, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go look at the daily really quickly. Where's the damn thing, right? Well, currently, well, let me go to where we're actually at, right? So clearly, this thing was on Friday. This stock was all the way down here. It looked like an absolute garbage stock because it was at all time lows, right? And then all of a sudden, it's Monday now, and we're cooking. So what am I gonna do? I need to quickly zoom out and say, oh, okay. Well, if this stock is pumping from here, where's my next resistance? Okay, well, my next resistance is around this price, right? Anywhere around this range on the daily time frame, that's my next resistance, right? So I look at this and I'm like, okay, 9.50, $10, $9, like anywhere around this zone, we have a problem. Cool. I just want to know that though, right? Just for referencing, I want to know that. So then I quickly go back to the 1 minute time frame because obviously I'm not going to make any decisions on the daily, right? I go back to the 1 minute. I'm like, okay, what's happening here? Well, clearly, earlier this morning, the highest this thing went was this price already. Like, this is it, right? So that's $9.50. That's almost into the same zone as well, right? So that's all you have to do. I just went over to the daily time frame and I saw that this $9.50 to $10 was a big problem. So if we're anywhere around this price, I should not be touching that damn thing, right? That's all the daily is meant to do. That's all the 4 hour is meant to do, right? So if I don't see that information yet, then I keep zooming out, or I look at the 4 hour, or then I look at the 1 hour, right? But if I get that information right away, like again, we got that information right away on the daily though, right, guys? Right? We zoom out and we say, hey, on Friday, this thing was right here, right? Where's my next resistance? Well, it's right there because that's where that supply zone potentially is. And also, when that thing ran last time, it failed around this price. So if this stock is sitting around 950, what the hell am I doing buying it? Right? So again, the daily is just there to give you an idea of what you're looking for resistance, and then I'm gonna run all the way back to the 1 minute time frame, and I'm gonna say, oh, like it's already there, right? It looks amazing. Like, look at this. This stock looks amazing, right? It looks amazing going into that resistance, right? Look at it. It's pumping and pumping and pumping, but I already know I'm gonna be in trouble if I buy this thing around this price. I'm gonna be in trouble. That's what it's for. Kimbella, good question though. Really good question. Thank you, thank you. So let's see what happens with NCNA going into. But you notice how that doesn't take very long though, right? Because people will usually say, "Hey, like, oh, I'm looking at the daily. It takes way too long." It doesn't take that long, right? All you're doing is zooming. You're going quickly to the daily time frame, and you're like, "Oh, okay, that's my resistance." You come back to the 1 minute, and then you use your strategy, right? Amazing, isn't it, Azul? Let's go, let's go. Brand new highs of the day on this one. This one has been a clear standout, right? Coming into the open, just because the closer we are to resistance, the better, anyways. Um, uh, yeah. So a clear standout. You're in at $4.50. Nice. There you go. Don't diamond hand it, Paul, because I know you have the tendency to do that. Dan, good morning. Good morning. There goes $5. Beautiful looking chart. That was a good breakout. Good curl from the bottom, right? Exactly. W. It takes 2 seconds. Yes, perfect. Kind of. Okay, so this is another one that we should probably zoom out on, though, right? Another one, right? So again, that thing looks good. Fed mental stop. Good, 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 good. Perfect. Anyway, so let me quickly zoom out on this one as well. Again, it doesn't take very long to zoom out, right? So we zoom out on this thing and we're like, oh, that thing just broke above that 480, right? Do you know why 480 was resistance, guys? Why is 480 resistance? So on Friday, this stock was right here. Beautiful demand zone. Cool, right? This morning, we kept talking about 480 resistance. That's because it's coming from the daily chart, right? So now once we break above that level, we look for a brand new level, right? That's it, right? So again, that literally took me 2 seconds to zoom out and say, oh, okay, 480 is resistance. So if I'm gonna jump into this thing, we need to break 480, which is exactly what's happened, right? This entire morning we kept saying, hey, there's resistance at 480, 480, 480, right? So when that thing is coming up to 480 for the first time, don't touch it because it's already hitting that daily resistance. But as soon as it broke above 480, that's a potential breakout play, right? And then boom, from 480 to $5.10, and you just made a little bit of money, right? It doesn't take very long to zoom out. Could be a yeah, yeah. It doesn't look horrible. Let's see if we can come back and retest or just consolidate above $5. If we do, then that's a good thing, right? So yeah, on the 5 minute, I'll take a look. Let's see. So there goes a five. Anytime a stock is getting closer than like that 20, right? $1.20, 2.20, 3.20, 4.20, 5.20. Anytime it gets close to a level like that, you want to be careful, which is exactly what this one's done. Right? Good push though. We have 5 minutes before the market opens, guys. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. What's your favorite name going into the open? What's your favorite stonk going into the open? What's your favorite stonk? What are we doing here with VRAX? Where is VRAX? There it is. Perfect. Yeah, it looks like it's again that $3.40 has become a nice little base for VRAX. So it's on the right hand side here. Let's see if it continues to stay above. ZNTL, see none for you. Okay, sounds good. Let me take a look at T none because I don't think I've looked at that one this morning. Yeah, up 10%. Okay, yeah, that one is kind of a wait and see stock into the open, isn't it? And so what price is the 20 important? It's always important, or like always important. You always want to be careful when a stock is running into that 20 range. You want to be very careful, right? $1.20, you know it's going to be resistance. 2.20, it's going to be resistance. 3.20, it's going to be resistance. So you want to be careful. So that's more important though. That's way more important if you're not in a position, right? If you're not in a position, don't FOMO. Be careful. Alrighty, like if you're not in a position, just make sure you and the stock has been running for a little bit. Try not to FOMO at that resistance. If you're in a position, then it's a bit different because you can give it a second to see if it actually breaks above, and then you go from there. Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. Again, don't forget to smash a like if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you're not a member yet, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot. Come join us in Discord. Alrighty. ZNTL is still looking good. So let's see if that thing can push back up. Good test of the 9 EMA though. Good test of the 9 EMA. Let's see if it can stay above and push. VRAX just keeps bouncing up 340. So we'll see what happens in 3 minutes here when the market opens, and then go from perfect, perfect. All of these names, they all kind of they have the volume, they have the charts. It makes it a bit confusing in terms of like what will actually do really well at the open. You know, like VRAX kind of looks really interesting, very interesting. DRMA is holding that support really nicely at 230 still. So let's see if it can stay above into the open. Um, XCUR is really struggling, so maybe a dip closer to 210, and then bounce from there maybe, right? And then here comes NCNA retesting the 200 EMA. So let's see if that thing can stay above $6.30, and then go from there. Let's see. Let's see. Lorenda, make sure you're not delayed. You might be like 30 seconds delayed or something. Like 30 seconds maybe. Does that make sense to Oleg? Let me know. So it's kind of looking like a ZNTL and VRAX are favorites going into the open for now. We'll see though. We shall see. We shall see. Again, nothing's changed. If you're not sure what to do, give it a second. Um, yeah, I guess I understand your question now. Maybe not so much for stocks that are that expensive, or like, right? Maybe not so much for those stocks. Ready to cook, Dan. Ready to cook. And then again, so keep in mind this week is the FOMC week. So interest rate decision on Wednesday. Alrighty. There's a whole bunch of speculation in terms of like what will actually happen. Um, I really hope the Fed doesn't do a 25 point, but the Fed has always been really slow, right? And they've never done a 50 basis point cut unless something crazy was happening, right? A recession, a war. It's never really happened. So, but that the market is hoping for 50 this time. So I really hope they do a 50, right? 50-50, and then they can do 25s going forward. But I feel like they kind of need to, but that's highly unlikely. But that's what we want. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Alrighty, so markets are open. There goes ZNTL cooking, right? So probably our top name coming into the open. Again, don't no need to rush because these stocks will go like you see a massive green candle and then it's followed by a massive red candle, right? So these opening candles are very scary. So be very careful, please. VRAX really isn't doing much there. It's back to below that level, right? And XCUR, nice little drop to that $2.10. So let's see if we can stay above 210 because that looks like a potential double bottom if we can. Ready? NCNA retest of the 200 EMA at $6.30 and it's holding for now, right? You see that 200 demand zone there, right? Not too bad. So let's see if we can stay above that. Would be nice. Yeah, open scary candles though, right, Nemo? There you go. Yeah, well done, Paul. Well done, well done. Patience. Patience is key, isn't it? There we go, NCNA. So keep in mind this one is the top gainer, so at some point that curse might come into play. But for now though, that thing is doing what we kind of want it to do, right? We don't just discard like good looking charts because they have a potential curse on them though, right? So yeah, there goes $6.80. You should be approaching resistance here closer to $7 though for NCNA, right? There you go. And then also GEVO looks good for whoever was in GEVO. So again, the closer we get to $7 on NCNA, the more cautious you should be. Alrighty. So there goes 690. Sheesh, Apple looks nasty. I mean, what do you expect from Apple? Like when you keep launching the same iPhone with like uh, and like re-adding features that you took out 2 years ago and calling it new. Like what do you expect? Anyways, there goes $7 and a drop back to 650. Oof, 660. Right, so that's $7 resistance. So especially at the open, you want to make sure you're scalping on analyst warning, demand warning. Dan, yeah, yeah. How many iPhones do they need to release? There goes a drop on ZNTL. So be very careful at the open. Lock in those gains quickly, please. Lock in those. Everything looks highly sus at the open, doesn't it? So T-Non is tapping your support zone now, though, at $7.80. So T-Non hopefully stays above that. Okay, let me go back to our NCNA. because that thing has the most volatility there. Well done, Alan. Alan got in at 666 and sold at 680. Good job. Well done. Yeah, the S&P is down 22 cents. Like it's not that big of a deal, right? At the open, PJ. No, not yet, not yet. It seems like a double top for now, though. Triple top, whatever you want to call it. $7.10. So if NCNA can break above 710, then let that thing cook. Quick scalpies, quick scalpies. Is VRAX still dying, guys? Yeah, it is. All the way down to the 200 EMAs in it. Isn't that wild? Actually, that looks like an interesting level, doesn't it? Looks like an interesting level. Let's see. Uh, yeah. Oh yeah, good. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, yeah. Bitcoin just stayed below 60 for the most part all weekend. Below the 60 all weekend long. All weekend long. Okay, perfect. Yeah, ZNTL does look good, really, really good actually. Does look good actually. Bitcoin is trash. Yeah. Well, I mean, the Bitcoin is just going to be in that range forever, isn't it? Like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah. That was a good level for TNUN, though, wasn't it? There we go. Come on, Brax. Come on, Brax. Give us something here, Brax. So can we even get to $3.20 for Brax? That thing's like snail. Come on, Brax. Needs a bit more volume on that push time. And then ZNTL came all the way back down again as well. So the volatility at the open is impressive on some of these stonks. Impressive on some of these stonks. Interesting candle actually. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah. Good morning, River. Good morning. Let's see if we can create a nice little demand zone at the bottom there. That was an aggressive candle as well, wasn't it? $5.45 almost. And then all the way back down to $5. All the way back down. What's BBLG doing? It's holding a demand zone. Same thing with XCUR. It's also holding a demand zone at $2.10, right? So XCUR doesn't look horrible, right? There goes a nice little pop, right? Consolidate, curl off a demand zone. Again, if you're gonna gamble, maybe the demand zone is where you gamble, right? That looks, again, you can see the resistance. You can see the resistance on NCNA, right? So that's not a huge surprise. And then CNON, again, if you're gonna gamble, maybe a demand zone is where you gamble, right? Look at that, right? Beautiful pop off the. What's your stop loss on that thing? I'm also interested in your stop. No. Yeah, so what's your stop loss? Are you in the chat? Let me know. Let me know. EGIO. What do I think of Ride Max? What's your position? Let me know. If you have a question, guys, let me know what your position is. And I'll take a look. Let me know what your position is, and I will take a look. Alrighty. Looks like VRAX just hit that resistance and it's potentially coming back for a retest. Let's see if that retest actually holds though. Because if it holds and goes back up, that might be a really good thing. That would be a really good thing. Is Sky Q going to pop today? Okay, good, Thor. Good. I mean, your stop loss is a bit tight, but at least you're back to break even though, right? So there goes VRAX. I like what VRAX is doing. I like it. I like it. I like it. So it's very typical these days that you see a stock come back to retest that same level that it bounced from. Hasn't really created a demand zone yet, and it's still failing at the same resistance though, that 9 EMA. So that's a problem. But if it can break out, that would be a good thing. Okay. BBLG, yeah, that looks really nice actually. That looks really nice. So again, if you're gonna gamble, maybe the demand zone is where you gamble at, right? $1.50. Bragg said, screw that, guys. I'm going to fail at the 9 and come all the way back down. All the way back down to retest the bottom and below $3. Not looking hot, is it? Nightscope clients renew security robot contract. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, so your stop loss is really tight. So I'm not sure if your stop loss hit already. Most likely did. Right? Yeah, that thing said NVIDIA. Yeah, every time NVIDIA tries to stay above 220, something crazy happens. Something crazy happens. NVDA. I think Virus was asking to look for NVIDIA and Tesla earlier. Yeah, something crazy. I guess today we're gonna blame Apple for this though, for this dropping. And then Tesla. Were you holding Tesla puts from last week, Virus? I thought you were for some reason. I thought you were. Mm-mm-mm. Good morning, Sean. What do I think of DRMA? You're in at $2.39. I mean, you're not very far away from your entry price. My only concern is how much we just keep failing right below that supply zone. But to me, as long as it keeps closing counters about $2.20, you should be fine. Yeah. Puts virus, puts. So you're slightly green on that position for now, traders. Slightly green in your position for now, which is good. But yeah, obviously again you can see anytime you get close to 250, it's getting slapped back down. So just be careful. Hopefully you have a good stop loss. Hopefully you have a good stop loss. There goes ZNTL, right? Broke below $5, straight to the abyss. Let's go, Troy. Now you can hands it. Let's go. Congratulations. There goes BBLG, guys. $1.50 and cooking. $1.50 and cooking. Nice. MLGO is popping there, so is Wheeler. MLGO WHLR. Yup. 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 Interesting. Okay. Let me pull up. Both of those names here. MLGO. MLGO. That's a good looking. Some good looking candles. Not a big push though, but some good looking candles. WTO. What a trash stock. Is that thing finally bouncing? It looks like after a split. Um, Wheeler. 30% on Wheeler. Not too bad. Not bad at all. And then BBLG is failing slightly above $1.50. Of course you would, Troy. You don't like nice things, do you? A couple more minutes on VRAX, Jonathan. For what? What did you play with? Tea in the morning is better than a big bowl of Wheaties. That's what you like for breakfast, more than pancakes. 320. Hmm. That VRAX scalp wasn't good enough though. But again, we kind of got the what we wanted from it. That 320 resistance, right? So that was a bit of a problem there, and now it's below the 9. So at some point, if VRAX wants to run again, it's going to need to. You might as well wait for that thing to consolidate, and then get back above the 9 at the very least, right? So that thing only wanted to give us that little push to 320, which is kind of what we asked for, right? Anyways, back to BBLG again. Supply zone holding the 9 EMA. What's your next level? What's your position? Lost lights. What's your entry price? Because it's looking like your next resistance, which it failed from already, is $7.30, right? So or 720, right? So we could just use that 720 resistance that we talked about earlier on all of these names. AO Bob. So Max says you have 10,000 shares of that stock at $2. Sheesh, $2. My days. Max, you have 10,000 shares of this thing, and you don't have a stop loss, and now it's $1.70. Well, I mean, let me look at the daily here. You probably saw this thing like crashing, and you're like, damn, okay, it's been crashing for a long time, so $2 has to be the base, right? It wasn't, right? This thing's been crashing for a damn long time, which is yeah. So when you do something like that, though, you need to put that stop loss in there, right? Because you have a big position, you can't just risk it like that. The only good thing here, though, is that on Thursday it was 77 cents, right? That's the low. On Friday the low was $1.50, so it kind of looks like it's creating higher lows. So at the that thing needs to stay above $1.50. It needs to stay above $1.50 already. So it's starting to create some higher lows. The range is big though, right? Like from one low to the next low, it's not exactly like so. Make sure that thing stays above $1.50, and if it does, then you have some hope. Max, also, I'm not sure why you're not a member in Discord, because that might have saved you some monies on this thing here. Ready? So hopefully it goes up for you. Um, the low for today is $1.65, so hopefully it stays above that. Hopefully. Abdu got into Wheeler at 6:15 and out at 7:33. Well done. Well done, Abdu. Well done. Congratulations. Yeah, that was a nice push on Wheeler. And good thing you sold that thing too, actually. Right? Otherwise, that money would be going away. Going away. Today just seems like more of a scalpy day, though, doesn't it? XCUR is finally popping, though, right? So really good demand zone off the bottom there, and then a nice pop for XCUR. Your next resistance will be that view up at 255. That thing's at 255. Catch me outside. Right, so let's see if that candle does actually close above the view up there. It looks like it. Oh my goodness, cooking XCUR. Obviously the candle hasn't closed yet, but we'll see if we actually close above 255. Cooking. And then 275. Okay. Okay. Let's go, Dan. Exactly. Exactly. So again, if you're not a member yet, click the link right there from Nightbot. Come join us in Discord. Come join us in Discord. There goes 266. Woof. It's a really nice push. A really nice push. So watch for 260 there first door, and if that level isn't holding and we're not curling off that level, so again 660 is your first support, and then you're looking for 630. It kind of looks like it's popping already, right? Looks like it's popping already. So 660, and then all the way down to 630. Cool. Cool. What is that, Mike? SPY recovered. Yeah. When I looked last time, the S&P was only down 22 cents, so not a massive drop. Not a massive drop. That was actually quite a nice pop. That was a nice pop. Oh wow. Nice pop in the S&P. It's gonna be like that though, isn't it? Right? It's gonna be like that into the Fed meeting. It's crazy volatility. They're gonna try and destroy everybody on both sides. Oh, you want to buy puts before the Fed meeting? Oh yeah, you think we're gonna crash? Pump it. Oh, you want to buy calls, huh? You think we're gonna pump, huh? Crash it. Virus. Yeah. 229. Lee's been cooking. I'm telling you, like he's been cooking. Cooking, Lee. Cooking. Cooking. Yeah, Jericho. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Honestly, so question for you guys in the chat. Type in what the number you think the Fed will. So the cut, right? 25 or 50. Type that in the chat. Don't even type 75 because the Fed isn't going to do 75. But 25 or 50, guys. What do you guys think? The Fed is not going to pause. If the Fed pauses, so the chances of that happening, virus, negative hundreds. So 25, 25, 25, 25. Yep. Right. I think that's what they're going to do too, but I'm really hoping they do a 50. Right. 69. Yeah. Yep. So I really hope they do 50 because it's about time and they're way behind the ball. So they might as well kind of step ahead of it And also the market has been trying to price in at 50, right? So I'm really hoping they do at 50. Um, right? And then oh, a surprise 75, But a 25 is most likely what they will do because that's how the Fed is. The Fed is slow and cranky, and they always get to the. So, anyways, BBLG is back to the highs of the day here. Yeah, and VRAX is still struggling, isn't it? Nice demand zone bounce again for ZNTL, and looks like Wheeler really bounced in. So is MLGO actually. That's a good pop for MLGO. So your next resistance is 28.50. Let's call it 28 cents actually for MLGO. Good push though. Good push. MLGO. And then Wheeler's back to $7. That thing said 27. Should have been 28. Should have been 28.50. So MLGO, new highs of the day on that one there. MLGO. You know what? I wish the Fed would just do the Fed meeting on Monday, so we could have the rest of the week to. Because the longer they wait, the more time they give to the market makers to play games with us. Yeah. So Josh says they're gonna have to move fast. The employment numbers not hot lava. Uh, we're not in a recession, but we have never been closer to the edge without falling in. Exactly, Josh. So I really, 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 really hope for once in their life they can be useful and do something more productive, like a 50 or a 75. But knowing the Fed though, it's gonna be zero. I'm kidding. Um, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So it depends though, right? If you're sitting in a demand zone, maybe war. If you're in a demand zone on the 200, you need less consolidation. If you're just getting to a random level, then you need more. Alrighty. So for me, like I've taken gambles where it's been like 2 minutes. Right. I'm like, okay, you know what? We're sitting under 200 in a demand zone. Let me just try it with a tight stop loss. Yeah. Virus. Yup. 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 I genuinely don't think though we will ever get back towards. I mean, you never know though. But I don't think we're gonna get back to a point where the market is reacting like a 2007 though virus. Um, because I think the more we bounce, like the more we go through terrible stuff and we bounce, the less likely it is for people to dump, or panic, or not buy the dip. You know what I mean, right? Music seems a bit loud. There you go. Yeah, exactly, virus, exactly. Yeah, exactly. There goes 29 cents for MLG or 25%. And looks like we're still stalling here, but holding the 9 EMA though for XCUR. BBLG looks nice. So congratulations again if you're in this one already. Holo time. Holo holo. John, what's your position in holo? Seems like you're yeah, like in the lows for Bitcoin, Josh, or just in general. Yeah, so BBLG hitting highs and holo popping there nicely. So congratulations, John, if you're in it. What is that? $1.74? Yeah. Yeah, the more you look at these stocks, the more you start to realize that hey, like there are some really common levels on some of these stocks. Like $1.75 always seems to be a problem. That's a nice push for the S&P actually. Can we get to all-time highs before the Fed meeting? Right? Can we get to all-time highs? Pretty please. It's just a matter of time. Even if the Fed doesn't do a 50 or like something that the market wants, The next time, if we fail this time, the next time that we get to 565 or whatever the number is, we're going to destroy that level, right? The more we test that resistance, the more likely it is that we will break out and go for brand new all-time highs in the market. So, yeah. uh, no. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Holo. Is that thing still pushing? Yeah, MLGO is still pushing for 30 cents. I'd be extremely cautious there, though, right below 30 cents. Yeah, it kind of looks like a morning where you're scalping, a whole bunch of random names. Because nothing stands out as the name for the day. Yeah, Virus, you want to buy the dipskis? Yeah. NVDA. Yeah, you're hoping though that we get like a crazy drop before the Fed meeting, right? Or the Fed just does something stupid, which is most likely, yeah. The cash for months he's going hard into traditional energy. Yeah. Palantir is just a gem though, Jericho, isn't it? Markets read Palantir as like, hey, not me. Send it. Not me, not today. Palantir. There goes Wheeler again, pushing back above $7. And then MLGO almost tapped 30 cents there, but then came back down. Let's go. Let's go viral. Viral media. Where have you been, viral? Where have you been? Where have you been? Good to see you. How are you doing? How are yous? How are yous? Yeah. No, someone asked about GEVO earlier, so hopefully they're still in it and making money. Hopefully. Drop. You were in the boot camp? Like what? Like boot camp? Like the military? But you're back now? Welcome back. Welcome back. Wait, like what type of boot camp? Like the military boot camp? Yeah, Braxis, it is. You can kind of see that the selling pressure is really slowed down on this thing. So let's see, maybe the volume can kick in now to the upside though. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. There goes BBLG pushing for brand new highs of the day. Brand new highs of the day. Nice. Good job. Something like that. Okay, good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. The last time I checked your channel, Viral Media, you had like 400,000 subscribers, or something like that. So welcome back and keep posting, please, and thank you. Keep posting. Perfect. What's BTC doing? BTC the only red thing on the. I mean, most of the tech stocks are red this morning just because of what's happening with Apple, right? But exactly, Paul. Yeah, more like 175, but yeah, you can use 176 too. 175 for yeah, viral. Okay, that's okay. You had the best time. Let's go. No, that's good. Yeah, I can tell you posted some really good funny videos. Good funny videos. Are you playing the are you playing with are you playing with crypto viral or you're playing with stonks now? Crypto stocks. Doo. So there goes the NCNA bouncing off another demand zone here. NCNA, like everything looks okay in the form of like a scalp. Nothing looks amazing though. MLGO is finally breaking above 30 cents, guys, on the left hand side there. Right, so Wheeler and MLGO have actually done really well as like the latest names to join the momentum list. That's a good chart though, isn't it? That thing held above the 9 EMA the entire time. Very nice. Did anybody FOMO into MLGO, guys? Anybody? Anybody FOMO into MLGO? I mean, it's scary if you're buying at resistance, all right, Thor. That thing is clearly hitting resistance at 175, so that's not a level you should be buying into, anyways. Not a level you should be buying into. VRAX is hitting brand new lows of the day, so that thing doesn't look too hot. If you're playing with ZNTL, make sure that thing stays above $4.50. Please and thank you. If it doesn't, then you have a bit of a problem, right? So, kind of needs to stay above that. There we go. And on BTC, okay, very nice, Viral. Very nice. There goes 31 pennies, guys. 33% on MLGO. 35%. Oof. Nice push. Nice little push. Kimbella, did you ever go back into that meme coin? Don't know if we can call it a meme coin, but it was a good thing you sold that thing though. Mm, interesting, actually. Very interesting. Very interesting. There goes new highs of the day here for MLGO. So if you're playing with Wheeler, make sure that make again if you're playing or looking for a brand new position, you have resistance at 720 and 730 still. Nothing's changed. Yeah, nothing's changed there. Alrighty, and then BB ooh, okay, and then BBLG is retesting that 175 again, so it clearly needs to break above that level if it wants to keep cooking. Interesting. Two. Yeah, Rax doesn't look amazing. Yeah. DRMA almost lost all those gains too, actually. NVDA. Virus, what is it? $114? Yeah, not quite the 110. But yeah, I feel like it's gonna be like this, you know. It's trying to, Chris. It's trying to. It's trying to. There goes BBLG, guys. Brand new highs of the day here. So $1.80 now. Hmm. Hmm. Up to 50 and watching DRMA for bounce up the 100. Let's see if I can get something happening, Lewis. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, that's what you're looking for on Friday. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, BBLG's been the most constructive stock today, though, hasn't it? Just the way that it's moving. Just the way that it's moving. Uh, Okay. Was just in my fun stories. Oh, let's go, Mark. A free Legend membership. We see if he joins. Let's go, Mark. That's amazing. Yes, yes, please. That's amazing. Good morning, Trevor. Let's go, Mark. Let's go. Let's go. The great grandson. Amazing. Yeah, yeah. When do we have a one-on-one, Mark? You're gonna have to tell me these stories. Let me see, because I think you're coming up. You're coming up. Rubbish, Mark. Thursday. Okay, Thursday. Hey yo, Jets fan. What happened to the thrust music? It's there. We play it from time to time when something is thrusting. Just checking to give and report that Blaze has a disaster class this past weekend. I did, Pablo. I did. I gave up, Pablo. I gave up. I had three transfers, Pablo. I already used all of them. So that should tell you, you know. Yep. So let's see how next weekend goes. What an absolute disaster! Unbelievable, Dan. Um, with interesting stories, Mark. Yeah, yeah. Stories like that are amazing, though. Amazing. But at this point, honestly, Josh, I probably should. At this point, I should. But anyways, so MLGO is still looking good. It's going for 31 pennies again, and so is Wheeler. Wheeler's going back up to retest that 720. So both of these stocks are not giving up. Exactly, Trevor. Exactly. We're gonna need something to actually thrust. There goes NCNA though. Demand zone $6 back to 666, and that resistance hasn't changed yet, right? So still right below $7 there for NCNA. Uh, is more your speed. Fantasy hockey, fantasy field hockey. Unbelievable. So yeah, $6 bounce here for NCNA, and then BBLG with a nice little drop from a supply zone. Oof, look at that. Look at MLGO go, guys. Damn. That thing said, I'm the captain now. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Nice push. Nice push. 34 cents. No no halt in sights. There goes 35 cents. Oh my goodness. Abdi, what's your position in GEVO? Fantasy curling. Oh my goodness. 36 cents, guys. 37 cents. That thing just broke escape velocity. That thing said, let me out, please. Let me out. It's a nice push. Abdi, what's your position in GEVO? Let me know. You're thinking to get in? Okay, I'll have to take a look then. Take a look ski. 35. Good push for MLGO. Really good push. Is the other one popping yet? No. Wheeler's not popping yet. So I bet you Wheeler's gonna have a similar reaction if it breaks out. If it breaks out. Yeah. Good bottom on that thing there, Lion, right? $6 bounce. And there's some really good scalps all over the place. Really good scalps. Nothing stands out though. Try curling. Yeah. Too bad there's not a fantasy curling league. Otherwise I would have joined that, Josh. Because fantasy soccer is too stressful. You got in $6, right? Let's go. Congratulations. Don't let that thing go back to the abyss though. Ready? So Ryan, your goal is consistency, right? Scalp, scalp, scalp. Okay, there we go. Nikolai, hello. You're in at 369. Okay, I'll take a look. There goes 36 almost again here for MLGO. That's a really good push, actually. Good breakout. Yeah, really good breakout. They go $7, guys. Ooh wee. There you go. Come on, Ryan. There you go. $7 broken. I mean, so the last few times we've been to $7.10 though, we could not hold above it, right? So this time looks a little bit different, hopefully, right? This is just like the S&P, right? The more you test the resistance, the more likely it is that it will break out. So it hasn't closed above $7.10 yet. So that thing needs to break and close above it, right? Again, these are the last three times we got to this level. It failed. So it really needs to break and close above. Obviously, that last candle could not close above. So hopefully this one does, and it's not. It's back to 690, right? So $7 is a $7.10 is a problem. It's a problem. That was a good demand zone, though, wasn't it? Double bottom, curl above the 9, the 20, the 50, the VWAP, boom skis, right? So I'll take a look. I'll pull up Gorilla so I don't forget, Nikolai. 369. So I don't forget. For ZNTL, watch that 200 EMA at 440. See if we can stay above it. NVIDIA is still slowly creeping there. So highs of the day for NVIDIA virus. So GRRR 369 is your entry. Whew. You're green in that position. It's finding resistance at 388, Nikolai. So if this was meant to be a scalp, make sure that it stays above 380, right? So it looks good. Make sure it stays above. uh, anyways, so again, Wheeler still looks interesting. It's trying to break out, right? And then obviously MLGO is looking really good there still. For like some puts virus. Yeah, that was a nice dip, Jericho. Look at NCNA, guys. Honestly, sometimes when a stock is at resist, look at that thing. Look at this thing, guys. Look at that. Look at that. That thing just lost all the money. It's like not nobody's business, right? So again, sometimes when a stock is at resistance, just sell it. Honestly, or again, like put a really tight stop loss, right? Because look at that, right? The last four times we've been there, struggled, right? So we just went from $7.40 on that candle all the way to 650, right? That thing dropped a lot. So that would have been a really good sell if you wanted to sell at resistance, right? Sometimes when you see a stock at resistance, just sell it and then wait for it to close above. Like I've done that so many times where a stock is at resistance, I sell it, and then if it closes above, then I buy back, right? Just so I can avoid the stress of it dropping like a rock. ARBB highs of the day. Yeah, new highs of the day for Wheeler. Yeah, 740. Same idea though. Like this one is still fighting to close above. So again, it does look good though, Wheeler, but it still needs to close above that resistance. You know what, Azul? I was playing Call of Duty Mobile for not very long yesterday with anyways, and then I had a little bit of motion sickness, and I was like, oh, Azul said, Azul, you see what you've done? You see what you've done? Anyways, unbelievable. Can we close and push already, Wheeler? Close and push. What did you do? Remember what you said last time I had motion sickness? Anyways, good morning, Mexican. My kids, Emilio and Juliana, are watching. Hi, Emilio. Hi, Juliana. Good morning. They're watching the markets. You remember that, Azul? Yeah. Unbelievable. Anyways, moving on. So again, maybe this is a bit of a lesson though, guys, right? When a stock is close to resistance, At the very least, you want to make sure that your resistance is very, very close, or you're taking profits at resistance and then getting in above resistance. If it can actually close above that resistance. Those games anymore? You are just really virus? Yeah, video games are for the kids now, huh? Anyways, there goes Wheeler. Brand new highs of the day there. So $7.50. If you're holding Wheeler, type in yes in the chat. There goes 769, 766. So that's looking really good there, Wheeler. So again, congratulations if you're in this one. You most likely will see a drop at some point though to go back and retest 727, 730. But that's a good pop though, right? And then MLGO just will not give up. Looking good. Yeah. Yup. 768. There goes the MLGO on the left hand side. Back to 37 cents again here. That's a nice push. There goes brand new highs of the day for MLGO. That might be a double top though, so be careful, right? So 37 cents double top, and there goes 778 for Wheeler, looking good, Mr. Chairman. Yes, make money, please. So yeah, 37 cents double top on MLGO, and then Wheeler just looks nice, right? Finally broke out. Looking good. NCNA though, again, the good thing now is that it's kind of consolidating on 650. So as long as it stays about 650, not horrible. XCUR is holding that demand zone still at $2.15. BBLG, meh, right, just sitting there, also holding $1.50. So Gorilla kind of broke down. So your next support is 375. Alrighty, alrighty. So this is often why though we point to like, hey, like if the market is opening and you're not sure what to do, just kind of wait, right? Because again, look at MLGO and look at Wheeler. Like these two names look good, but these were not two names we were paying attention to at the open, were they? No, right? So sometimes you sit on your hands and wait because something nicer might show up for you. You know what I mean? So patience. So Ryan, did you take profits or are you still in NCNA? You do have a good entry though, so you're in a better position than you know. There goes Wheeler. Ooh, 7.99 for Wheeler, guys. That thing is cooking there. There goes $8 for Wheeler. Right? Did we say when Wheeler broke out it would behave like MLGO? Dang, that thing said, "Hey, let me cook." Sheesh, Wheeler. Sheesh. Nice pop. Ryan, I really hope you took profits on that thing, by the way. Because look at that, guys. NCNA, it's done the exact same thing it's done the last four times. Right? History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. History does not repeat, but it rhymes. I'm still in the green. Stop loss just in case. Yeah, that's a really loose stop loss though, Ryan. Right? That's the type of stuff you cannot do if you focused on like if you want to make your monies only on day trades. Right? If a stock is at $7.50, your stop loss cannot be $1 lower, right? Because you basically came all the way back down to where you bought it at $6.20, right? So that was a double top for MLGO, wasn't it? 37 cents. John, what's your position in T-Nun? What's your position? INTC. Some INTC calls. You guys picked up some INTC calls. Interesting. So Intel Corporation secured a 3.5 billion dollar U.S. federal grant for semiconductor production. Oh wow, interesting. Let me look at INTC again there. Let's look at INTC again. Is it green today? Oh yeah, it is green today. Hmm. Not a horrible, like it kind of looks like a double bottom though since last week as well. Not as well. Virus. Right. So $19 basically. $19. Not horrible. Do, 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 do. Uh, yeah. Okay, okay. Sounds good. Sounds good, Virus. Sounds good. Sounds good. Microsoft. SPY. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Kind of looks like it. I really wouldn't like. I wouldn't count it as a double top though, unless we break below the 200. And if we start breaking down, then yeah, that looks like a double top for now. Also because I don't want it to double top, Virus. Yeah. No, no. Just the only reason I say that is because just in case it decides to bounce like off the level that it did last time, right, like right there, and then goes back up, and then you know, you know, small position, small amount selling. Yeah. Hmm. Hello, Paul. Hello, hello. How are you? Hello, hello. Yeah, that was a really good push, right? If you formed on the breakout on this one on Wheeler, you're happy you did, right? So higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, right? So the way to tell that something's going to break above resistance, when you are up due. So the way to tell that something's going to break resistance usually is when it keeps testing the same level, but it's also giving you higher lows, right? So in this case, clearly that's resistance, right? Clearly, right? But at the same time, it's also trending up. So and then boom skis, right? So almost like again a nice little wedge for you, right? And then boom ski breakout, and there goes brand new highs of the day for Wheeler. So that was a good breakout, a good breakout, and there it goes again. There it goes again. It's having a hard time closing above 820 though. Again, you are you seeing that Oleg? Are you seeing that 20 level we keep talking about? So 720 was a problem at the bottom, and now 820 is becoming a problem at the top, right? So the 20, the 20, the 20. The 20, the 20, the 20. No, 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 no. Here we go. And there goes another resistance fail. Yeah, again, Ryan, hopefully that thing can bounce up the bottom here again, NCNA, and then go back to the top. So, Paul, you made that money back though, right? And then now you're just sitting on your hands. Or what are you doing? Yeah. Good job, Paul. Good job. Good job. Good jobs. 20. Okay, there we go. Tight stop loss it helps a lot up to you. Good. Yeah, it really does. It really does. So there goes a fill at $8.20 and then back to 760. You're watching BBLG. Okay. Yep. It looks like it's retesting the 50, the previous breakout, and it's holding for now. So that's good. And then you still have that resistance at 185, right? But nice little curl there. Yeah, the S&P said abyss, abyss, abyss virus. Abyss. All the things, all the things. That's what Spy does best, though. Uh, uh, the Jake dude said, if you're going to get worked up and stressed about the what happened, what the market is doing in the first hour of the entire week, you probably you should probably just you shouldn't be participating. I guess is what he's saying. Yeah, not wrong. Is it also support? It depends. It depends. It depends what happens. I noticed that it's more resistance than it is support, Oleg. But just like anything else, if you see that it's dropping to that level and it's holding, then okay, that's fine. Yeah, there are some levels in the chart that the more you watch them, the more you realize that any stock that is, any stock gets to that level, it usually struggles, right? $1 is always resistance, $1.20, $1.30, $1.50, $1.75, $2. Like levels like that, when you see a stock stalling, you might need to make a decision. No, absolutely, absolutely, virus, absolutely. Which is really good, which is really really good. He's posted some really nice charts, some really really nice charts in the options channel. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. La 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 la. Thank you. BBLG supplies on fail. It's funny. That was $1.75 that it hit and then came back down. So some of these stocks fail some really common levels. Save time. It really does. It really does. So now you don't need to go charting some of these names, and it's idea generation, right? So yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Please and thank you. Smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you're not a member yet, you know what to do, right? Become a member. Come join us in Discord. Come join us in Discord. Click the link at the bottom of the chat. Uh, and would good practice though, Troy. Absolutely, absolutely. Honestly, like when you hit that daily goal, right? It's frustrating when you think you can make more money and you would have made more money, but honestly, the those days that you overtrade and those are the days that you blow that accounts, right? So yeah, good practice for sure. Sheesh, Spy said, "Hey guys, you want to hold the 200? How about you hold these? Because we're all the way back down to the bottom again." All the way back down to the bottom. New lows of the day for the S&P. Again, it's not a huge deal, right? The S&P is down $1.30. I don't think anybody's looking at this and really concerned about it. It's all about Wednesday. All about Wednesday. The Wednesday. Maybe Nvidia can finally give you back the hard way, Troy. Exactly. Exactly, virus. Which is I think most stocks in the morning crashing and then boom all the way to Thursday, Friday market crashing job. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Red Wednesday, probably, but I hope not. I say probably because the Fed is going to be silly and do 25, and the market's not going to like a 25. But yeah, I hope they do. I hope they do the 50. Redness Day. Yup. Probably what happens. Yeah, Bitcoin is just kind of sitting at 58K now. Just waiting, I guess. Just waiting. Maybe I should have bought those. But I want to wait all the way till Wednesday though before I buy those SPY ODTs. Blood on the streets, Josh. Blood on the streets. Good morning, Raven. Which do you like better, DRMA or XCUR? Let's take a look at both. So I already don't like XCUR because we're mean. Okay, let me look at DRMA first actually. DRMA. I mean they both kind of look the same. I like DRMA a little bit better because it's actually curling from the bottom, right? So the only thing that's okay here for XCUR is that it's trying to form a double bottom. So if that thing can stay above $2.05, okay, cool. If it breaks below that level, garbage, right? So again, it's trying to create a double bottom here, XCUR. So they're both below the 200. They're both below a lot of moving averages, so they both look ugly, right? The only reason why like DRMA is a little bit better is because it's created a demand zone at 210, and it's actually holding it and it's pushing back up, right? So closer to 210 doesn't look too bad, and then you can kind of see that XCUR is trying to curl, right? Good morning, Carl. Force a recession. Yeah, I don't I again I I don't know what the Fed does. So sometimes we need to there needs to be a member on the Fed committee that isn't like a multi-millionaire, um because all of these dudes don't really get affected by some of these things that they pass. Like Powell can come up there and stand and say, like, oh, I understand that the decisions that we make affects all Americans because the price of groceries, the price of this, the price of this, the price, it really affects people. They can say that, but they don't feel that, right? So that makes a huge difference. So they need to go find somebody that, like, is you know that's connected to the earth, instead of like connected to the heavens, or I don't know, whatever, connected to the sky, before they make those decisions, because that's why they move really slow, because they don't really care, right? They don't really care. If you have a lot of money, inflation is like, oh, inflation, oh, the price of groceries, oh yeah, oh, I never noticed. My nanny was buying my groceries anyways. uh Yeah, I don't really know what the price. Anyways, you know what I mean. Anyways, let's go, Raven. Now that was a nasty drop on the S&P there. Good morning, random. uh, exactly, Troy. Yeah. So what do you mean, Kimbella? What do you mean? I just wanted to hold it a little bit longer. Yeah, I mean, you had a whole bunch of shares, Nikolai. Okay, so you made good monies then. Yeah, and, Wheeler is filling below the 9 EMA there still. Yeah, the S&P clearly made new lows there. Uh, hmm, Everything just looks. The week is going to be like this, guys. It's going to be scalps. Take your money and run. Take your money and run. Take your money and run. Scalp. Right? And then once we get to Wednesday, it's going to be slow and scalpy still. Meet me outside. Let's go. Yeah. Yep. Inspire. Yeah. Jasprit. Oof. Good exit, by the way. Really good exit, Raven, on those spy puts. Well done. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, Ryan, your position is still looking okay because you had a good entry. That's the only reason why you're okay here, is you bought in the demand zone. So otherwise you would have been under the water. Under the water. Yeah, Kimbella, what do you mean by what do you mean by that? Like, yeah, I think everybody thinks that the Fed should do 50 points to kind of get ahead of it, and usually again, so like there's nothing good about a Fed rate cut, right? So usually when the Fed is cutting rates, or usually when the market is asking for a rate cut, it's because we have problems, right? So a rate cut on its own is usually not a good thing, right? I'll take a look at that one too. Charles, right? Usually, a rate cut is not a good thing, right? And usually, an aggressive rate cut is not a good thing. Like a 50 or 75 is not a good thing, right? Exactly, virus. The only reason why the markets go up, or the reason why the market would go up with an aggressive rate cut, is because the market is looking at this and saying, "Oh, okay, they're actually helping us out. They're preventing a potential recession, right? They're trying to step ahead of it. They're being proactive, right? Otherwise, it's not a good thing, right? Usually, when people talk about rate cuts, it's because bad things are happening. You know what I mean? So people are struggling, right? We're potentially going into a recession. It's all negative things, right? So yeah, yeah, that was a good push on Re there. Really good run actually. One green candle after the other. Pre-market, we're not allowing more jazz rates. 5 minutes. Hmm. Meaning Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, I mean, so think about it though, right, Kimbella? So all of these people are not connected to the earth, is what I'm saying, right? All of those people that are collaborating and making that decision, they're multimillionaires that don't worry about the price of groceries, That's why they're really slow to making decisions. And also they have different motives, I guess. But anyways, there's always like the decision making, there's always some point to it that we clearly don't understand, right? Charles, it really is on fire. Congratulations if you got into this. Congratulations. Exactly, Kimbella, exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Good morning, Paige. Good morning. Because I think everybody and their grandma knows that the Fed should have been cutting rates a long time ago. You know what I mean? There should have been a thing that they should have done a long time ago to prevent like the current situation. But clearly they wanna wait till till like we're on the edge of disaster, and then they're like, oh, okay, let's start doing it. And like George said, hopefully they're not that slow, and they're like, oh, we're just gonna do 25. Like, you do better. Let's go, Carl. Congrats. Well done. Congratulations. Doo doo doo. ZNTL. Dang, everything just looks Abdu, it finally did. Okay, let me take a look. IMRX. Paige, how are you doing? How are you? Yeah, there you go. Finally, from red to green, Abdu. So your next resistance is right there at $2.15. $2.15 is your next resistance. No, 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 no. Sheesh. BTC is below 58 now, thanks to the S&P slapping. Let's go. No, you didn't have to. Jaspreet, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Congratulations, by the way. Keep making monies. Keep making monies. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Good job. Let's go. Let's go. $4.50 for new highs of the day. That's actually a really nice looking chart. From the breakout to the hold above the 9 EMA, that looks like easy monies for anybody that got the breakout. Easy monies. Good breakout. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Let's go, Ryan. Yeah. Again, the only thing that saved you here, Ryan, was that your entry was really good, so you were still in that demand zone, right? Because that's what it seems like it wants to do, right? Up, down, up, down. So, yup, yup. There goes re, guys. Oh my goodness, is that thing cooking? Shish. My goodness. That thing has had one red candle. I took a quick scalp on BBLG this morning, off 4% overall. Could have made 10% on the day. Still get jumpy when I see a dip. I'm glad you're green though. Absolutely, Chris. Yeah, just consistently be green and you'll be happy. Troy says I'm done for today. Going outside before it heats up the. Sounds good, Troy. Enjoy outside and see you later. Enjoy. Enjoy the vibes. Perfect. Is VRAX in the demand zone or no? Let me take a look. Um, I mean, yes. It looks really weak, but yes, the answer is yes. So $2.70, $2.70 to 268. Jaspreet, yes. All right. So as long as it stays above that level, then yeah, it's in your demand zone. $2. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. What time is it? Okay. Mm, okay. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Ryan, what is that? 680? Mm, I think it's very volatile. Very volatile. There it goes again, $6.20. The volatility on this is crazy, Ryan. So, yeah, some nice little scalps though, multiple times. That's the theme of the week. Scalp, take your monies and move on, and then come back again. My goodness, everything just looks slow. Are you scalping NQ this morning, Dan? Elizabeth Warren and other Democrat senators are now urging the Fed to cut rates by 75. Oh my goodness, guys. You see that? Like everybody knows the Fed is way behind. Oh my goodness. Damn. Okay, let me pull up this tweet. Yeah, let me pull up this tweet here, and then we can take a look and talk about it. Is the Fed gonna listen though? Is the Fed gonna listen? 75 would be fire though, right? So there's the tweet from all the way from Nashville. Isn't that crazy? Like Everybody wants it, you know. Decision. Yep. 75 points. The question is, who does the Fed listen to? Who runs the Fed? But yeah, we'll see. We shall see. The Fed listens to these exactly. Hopefully this is power though when he comes on. I mean, if they don't cut by 50 or more than that, then it's not gonna be. It's he's not gonna be doing that. The market's gonna be getting slapped. Yeah. Yes. We'll see. Sometimes these comments are funny. uh, uh, and Dan is right. You know, the Fed doesn't listen to anybody. Uh, the Fed is not gonna look at that tweet and say, "Oh my goodness," but Elizabeth says the Fed is gonna be like, "Excuse me, who's she again?" Oh, that's right. We don't know her. We don't know who that is. So the Fed doesn't care. The Fed does not care. So cut 25. Okay, so that's the current like mm, the votes. So 45% of the people voting on that poll think that the Fed is going to do 40. So 45% think that they're going to do 25 points. 56 think they're going to do higher than 25, and then 1% think they're gonna, which is virus, think they're gonna do zero. That's virus. Virus is the 1%. Yeah, no, absolutely, John. Absolutely, right? Absolutely. But I think that this potentially is the only time that the market's gonna read the other way around and think that the Fed is actually getting ahead of it. You know? Yeah. Virus is waiting for zero. Can you imagine if the Fed said, okay, you know what? Zero. Oh my days. You better have money to buy dips that day because your account is gonna be so red. All your gains for 2024 are gonna go to zero. I'm kidding. No. Asking for rate cuts, Jeff. Okay. Ryan, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So the problem is like um is what the rate cuts mean and what the market expects, right? That's kind of where the divide is. So like no rate cuts are usually a good thing because the economy is perceived as okay, right? Whereas rate cuts is not a good thing because now the market is reading into this as okay, this is not a good thing because they're trying to stimulate or prevent something from happening. But that's completely opposite this time in terms of expectation. JD, 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 JB, JBDI. Nice little pops. $39. This Can we buy puts on this thing? Does this thing have options? Because when this thing crashes, Lord have mercy. That's been a nice rundown. These guys are from China, right? They have to be. Singapore, same Asia. Asia. It's up. What is it up? Like, yeah, it's up 700% year to date, right? It's up 700% in the last month. So, yup. When this thing drops, it's gonna do the good old 80% drop, and everybody's gonna be asking like, why is it dropping? Well, why is it pumping? Good push them. If they say a zero, hello to 480s. The market is gonna be so red. My green card, and then open a brokerage company in India, and then they can also invest at street. Yeah, let's go, Ryan. Let's go. The more it's gonna come slowly. No, exactly, Kimbella. Rate hikes don't classify as good as to the consumer. Yeah, no, exactly, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, rate hikes is like hikes and cuts are supposed to signify something, right? But the market has different expectations this time. So, but we'll see what happens. You know, we shall see what happens. No. Yup. So we're gonna be doing some YOLOs. Who? Who's moving to Jaspreet? Is moving to America? Or who, me? Why don't I move to America? Uh, cause you guys like violence. Violence. Oh yeah, Jaspreet. Jaspreet wants to move to the States. So you guys should take him, I mean, you guys take anyways. I was about to say cats and dogs. So come on, Jaspreet. Me? See, Ryan wants to come to America has a height requirement. Place doesn't meet it. Unbelievable. Not true, guys. Not true. Jaspreet said, "Don't move to Canada. You're gonna cry." Also, Jaspreet, you live in like uh, yeah. Let's go. Congratulations. Good job, Abdu. You could have moved to like a better province, Jaspreet, but you decided to live in the worst province in the entirety of like Canada, Jaspreet really doesn't like Canada. But I trade in Ryan. Yeah. uh no, everybody in North America for the most part. Well, let's just say like, Canada and US, right? Like everybody lives in a place where they kind of hate it. Everybody complains, but I think we're truly blessed compared to other places. So, um, yeah, we can. I mean, you can always complain based on your circumstances. People will always complain, right? You can never fault someone for complaining about like their circumstances ever. You can never do that, right? Because there's always someone else that's living like worse. That's worse off. Someone somewhere in the Middle East maybe is fighting for their lives, right? Whereas someone in the States is complaining about like taxes going up. So it's not even the same, but it's more of like a mental thing, like it's a psychological thing, and you can never blame someone for that because you always like you will adapt to where you live and you complain about your circumstances. So it is what it is, right? Exactly, Ryan. Exactly. But yeah. But should someone be judged though for living in the states and complaining about like inflation? Absolutely not, because that's where they live, right? But it's always nice. It's always a good reminder though to to think about like that someone is in a you know and be exactly virus exactly. So we always want to be again. You can't fault anybody, but at the same time, we always have to look at stuff like that and be thankful because it can always be yeah, crazy virus, crazy, crazy, crazy. So gratitude. Exactly, virus has to battle alligators when he takes his yeah, is exactly that. So and then he has to go past Diddy too in the woods. Who knows what happens there, Dad? Anyways, who knows? There goes BBLG with a nice little bounce back to resistance 170. This thing keeps fighting back, which is good, which is a good thing. Ryan, again, I'm hoping you took profits or again, that thing is sitting at the lows of the day now potentially. So I hope again, your goal is consistency, right? Don't get caught up in the home runs. You will end up at the bridge. Yeah, you need BBLG to break $2. Yeah, 175 first, and then perhaps. Um, really, really. I'd be like, yeah, you know what, Varys, you know what, you know what, yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Uh, yeah, Nikolai. Yeah, there you go, Abdu. Yeah, $100. $100 is a salary for a month in my area. We are lucky here. Absolutely, Abdu. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I think most people would rather be anybody that complains about like the states or Canada and stuff like that, or even Europe, right? Most people would rather be in the states versus like a Middle East, So, yup, yup, yup. Yeah, dang Nikolai, gorilla. Yeah, that thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, dang, 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 dang. Yeah, that looked like it just came back for a retest, huh? And it came back for a retest of this level, like right there, and then went right back up. 417 now. Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, that's annoying. The good thing though is that you saw the opportunity, you took the opportunity, and you came out green, right, Nikolai? So you should be proud of yourself with that at least. You know, Jeff. Okay. Did the S&P ever come back? Is it still going to the abyss? Nah, still in the abyss. Again, that's not the abyss. It's still above 560, right? Actually, the S&P had its best week of 2024 last week, right? So the fact that it's down like $1.60 today is not a big deal, and the volatility both ways should be expected. Isn't that crazy though? The S&P had its worst week of 2024, um, right, 2 weeks ago, and then had its best week last week, right? Crazy, isn't it? People panic, and then it goes right back up. Crazy, crazy. Virus. Volatility at the max. Let's go, BOL. Almost back in action. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. There goes a nice little curl for REE here. Back above the 9 and back in action. Have a belief that it's undervalued, but it's hard to manage emotion when you have a lot of shares, Nikolai. So my question, Nikolai, you had a lot of shares. How much money did you actually make? Like $500? How much money did you make, Nikolai? Against Providence to assist. Let's go. Let's go, Jeff. That's amazing. Let's go. Let's go. More scholarships incoming. See, we told you, Jeff. Let him come to Canada. That's it. You can so you can keep the other kids. You know. Yeah. That's amazing. When he goes to the NHL, we just want tickets, free tickets. Tell him, Eli, we just want free tickets. Okay, that's it. Jeff says no. He's my retirement. Let's go BBLG. There's the $2 you were looking for, Kimbella. There's the $2 on BBLG. That's a beautiful push. This is one stock for sure that hasn't given up today. Yeah, you are Abdu. Good. Yeah, brand new highs of the day on this one here. So Kimbella, congratulations. Let's go, Jeff. Let's go. Let's go. Look at that, Paul. You turn. Look at that. Where did you get it at again? 415. Look at that, Paul. Look at that, right? Do you see what happens when you just follow the steps, Paul? See what happens? Right? There you go. Now you're green for the day, Paul. Good job. Oh my goodness. You see? You're wow. This is why Eli needs to come to Canada. You left him to go watch another game? Unacceptable. Hello, Prime. Hello, hello. Kimbella, are you selling this thing or are you just keeping it for now? Are you selling it or are you keeping it? I see. La 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 la. Let's go, spy. Let's go. Yeah, you obviously have that resistance from pre-market. So anything below $2 is resistance, right? So be careful there. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Jeff. Good exit by the way, Paul, on this one too. Really good exit. Good exit. Yeah. Mm. Yes, I'll take a look. That thing came all the way back. Are you feeling better now, Nikolai? It came all the way back to the level you sold at. All the way back. IMRX. Nice. That was a good breakout too, wasn't it? Yeah. Good job, Abdu. Yeah, that was a really good breakout. And broke all above all those pre-market levels actually. So I think we said 220 was your next resistance, right? It still is. And then you're looking for 225. Yeah. Um, more like 228, 226, but I'm going to call it again anywhere in the closer to 230. Ready? Good job, Abdu. And two soccer games. Let's go. Let's go, Joe. Do you smell weakness? No, you smell strength, right? Breakout incoming all-time highs. Don't worry, Fed is gonna drop it by 100 points, guys. 100 points. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, the S&P is, I mean, it's down $1. Don't think anybody, let's go. Let's go. Joe smells strength, guys. Strength, not weakness. BBLG, what are we doing here? Still failing in that supply zone? Yep. Stalling in the supply zone. Swamp Fox, what's your question for MLGO? What's your question? What's your position? Let me know. Stop trying to justify it. When 520? Can you imagine? Virus, I have no more monies for dips, please. Can we stop dipping? Like seriously? Can we just go for all, Can we cook for like a month and then dip and then cook again? Right? Unbelievable. Now, either way, virus, we'll be here. We'll deal with whatever happened. And long term, it's okay. You made 50%. Nice, Swamp. Good job. Yeah. Resistance. Yeah, let me take a look actually. What's your stop loss on that IMRX by the way, Abdu? 2. Yeah, MLGO doesn't look horrible, does it? I like the retest of 30 cents actually. That's good. Swampy looks good to me, right? The only problem we had earlier with this thing is that when we got to 37 cents, it struggled, right? So clearly that's your next major resistance. If it can break above 37, then you're looking for 40 cents and then boom skis after that, right? No, we watched this earlier today, Swamp. So it's just again it's sitting right below resistance, so it's gonna need to break out. 3, you did, Abdu. Nice, congrats, good job. Watch the S&P go all the way back up to green. I don't think anybody would be surprised though. 189. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you locked in a lot of gains already anyway, so not horrible. Come on, something cook. Something cook. On the 4 hour, Brian. Okay. Come on, MLGO. Do something. Something, do something. And then looks like it's retesting 395. Double bottom on the demand zone. So let's see if we can stay above that. BBLG still looks really good, right? So let's see if we can get back above $1.90 and then retest $2 again. And then boom skis. It's stuck and miserable. DRMA. Yeah, to me, again, like I said earlier, DRMA was a pre-market play, right? It was an early pre-market play. So for those of you guys that got in, that's a funny gift, virus. Yeah, it looks like a Joe, especially into Wednesday, and then the range will most likely change Wednesday. But for now, let's go, Dan. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already, please, and thank you. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, so smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you're not a member yet, you know what to do. Right? Click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot. Come join us in Discord. Alrighty, come join us. Woof! Can you imagine? Can you imagine, Joe? 570 for the S&P. My goodness. Can you imagine? Oof. Yeah, those would be good on a dip. I bet you those things are not really appealing right now. 555. Maybe on Wednesday. Tomorrow? Maybe Wednesday. Here goes $1.91 for BBLG. Come on, send it. Wednesday. Before they crash it? Yeah, probably. 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 195. 195. No. Okay. The 27. That's not horrible, actually. Not horrible. NCNA. Again, Ryan, I really hope you got rid of this thing, right? I really hope you got rid of it. Really hope you got rid of it. As soon as I say that, look at what happens, guys. Look at what happens. That thing goes from $5.70 all the way back up to 6.30. Ryan is like, nope, I did not, and back to green. It's going back to the abyss slowly, though. But I mean, it looks like it's holding that beautiful demand zone, though. That might have been a liquidity grab. They're ready to pump it. Yeah, that might have been a liquidity grab as they're ready to pump it. So drop it below and then rocket it back up. Oh yeah, we shall see. And BBLG is still failing below $2, so that's not a massive surprise. And Ryan is still diamond heading that thing, Ryan. That's unacceptable, by the way. Right? You could have been out in the green and got back in at the same price or better, and you would be in a better position. Right? Now you're hoping that it doesn't crash. I hope it doesn't crash. Right? I hope it can pump for you, but you're just playing with you're playing a game that isn't. Nope, I don't want that open now. Okay, that's okay, Ryan. There goes 636. 636. There goes 650. You're getting a second chance, Ryan, or a third chance, or fourth. So, yep. Come on, break the view up. Break the view up. Well, you might get lucky. You might get lucky. Usually, when a stock usually when a stock breaks above resistance on a massive wick and comes back below resistance, not a good thing because it's a scam, right? And then the opposite is true. Usually, when a stock drops below support really quickly, but then comes all the way back up, it's because they're looking for stop losses to hit and then come back above. So that's usually a good thing. But again, it's hitting a bit of resistance again. We shall see. We shall see. Notable gainers among liquid option names this morning: BBWI, Oracle, INTC, Alta, Crowd, INTC. And something cook already. Hmm. Oh, September 2nd. Downloads. Okay, everything is as it should. There you go, 652 again, Ryan. $660, Ryan. August. Okay. People could just be afraid of a crash and it just keeps bumping too. But the S&P, oh yeah, no, I wouldn't worry about the S&P there until the Fed meeting. I wouldn't worry about it because whatever we're guessing, we're probably going to be wrong, you know? So there will be some YOLOs on Wednesday. YOLOs. YOLOs. Yeah, let's give it 9 more minutes, guys. 9 more minutes. Okay. And then we can hop off and go back to Discord. Yep. NCNA. As soon as Ryan sells this thing, though, watch that thing rocket to the highs of the day. I'm kidding. Okay, perfect. So Ryan, let us know when you sell. Let us know. Okay. Uh, 275. It does. Yep. It really does. You're watching for 710. That's your exit. Okay. Sounds good. And just don't let it crash on you though, please. Don't let it crash because you're waiting for $7. Yeah, right. So it looks like VRAX finally stayed above that 270, right? So not a massive push, but at least it's something. It's coming up the bottom. Yeah. So not horrible. Re is trying to stay above $4 here. $4, and then obviously BBLG still has that resistance at $2. This stock has behaved really well today, so if anything is going to go back up and break, it would be this. So we'll see. Carl, what type of pattern are you looking at? What type? Do we? Uh, hmm, no. Uh, okay. Weakness. Weakness. Re. $4.30. For VRAX, $3. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, NCNA keeps failing at that VWAP, Ryan. So if that thing destroys $6.60, you might be on your way. Well, until it does, though, you have a bit of an obstacle. CHSN. Send an email. Okay. I know, Dan. Yeah, it's a slow day today. I want to say, like we've said every time, like the next Fed meeting is the most important, but this one is the most important until the next one. you know, Desh, why do you have a headache? You were drinking all weekend at West Ham, right? You were drinking all weekend. That's what happened. Uh, that's it. It's called a hangover. October 1st. This means include okay. Okay. 650. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Hangovers. Hangovers are not worth the not worth the drinking for me. For me. Not worth it. A lot of weakness in this one here now. Okay, they're both the same. Come on, Ryan. You better get on your knees and pray. Pray, pray, pray. We need boomskis here. Yeah, short. Yep. What time is Discord? Discord is 24/7, Harry. You're not a member though, so come join us in Discord if you wanna. Bradley, because he's enjoying too much, you know. He's enjoying too much drinking. Funny. BBLG is cooking again, guys. Right? Again, like we said earlier, if there's one thing that's gonna break out today, resistance is BBLG because it's been doing this all day long. It goes down, but it doesn't die. So here comes that $2 resistance again. Waiting last night and forgot it was Monday while driving 3 hours to work this morning. It's kind of slow, PJ. Yeah. No, this week you want to be cautious with the Fed coming up on Wednesday. Be very play it safe. Safe is what you want. Uh, 2:45 on Friday. Uh, it is not. Okay. 186. Okay. Yeah, you need that breakout like now. Like now. You're slow, PJ? Yeah. 192. Hamza, maybe China. Come on. How was your vacation, by the way, Kimbella? Did you enjoy it? Have a good time? 195, 196. Come on, just break out already. My goodness. I think it's having a hard time at $2. Again, it's only fair. It is resistance, right? It is resistance. It's resistance is resistance. So some people are just selling it at resistance, right? Nothing wrong with that. So again, sometimes when you're at resistance, just take the money and move on. You know, it was fun. Good. Uh, Dan, yeah, yep. Uh, BBLG weakness. Yeah, at resistance though. NCNA is still just stalling here, Ryan. It looks like it wants to go though. Right, it's holding that 200 EMA really nicely. Looking, you have it at 212. Okay, I'll take a look. Oh my goodness, did we not just say that today, Jay? Did we not just say that today? Like that China scam is gonna crash at some point. It's not a China scam, but it's from Singapore. It's Asia though. Same. So yeah. Yep. When a stock is pumping for no reason and it pumps that high, it's very common that it crashes aggressively like that. You know? Okay, let me take a look at CSLR. You have it at 212. Oh, nice. Good job. Well done. What's that level all the way up there? Is that $3? Yeah, $293. Interesting. Okay. Let me zoom back in here. The only thing that this thing is missing is a lot more volume. Even though the volume is double the average volume already in the morning, it still needs a bit more volume, just the way that it's moving. It looks good. Funny. It looks good, right? Like I said, it's missing that volume, but it does look good. So you might have to pick a level, right? And if I was in this thing, I probably set a stop loss right below, like right around $2.30. Um, Unless it really started struggling at 215, then I would just sell it. But yeah, it looks good. Just put a stop loss somewhere. There goes NCNA. Come on, Ryan. You came back to 680, right? So they're giving you another opportunity there. There you go. When you sell, your trade pumps to the moon. Um, Perhaps it happens, right? It happens. That's a funny meme. No, no, that's okay, Harry. That's really funny. That seems like a virus gif, in stock general. Yep, yep. Anyways, guys, let me know if you have any last questions, and then we're gonna hop off and go back to Discord. Ready? Any last questions? Again, don't forget to smash the like, hit that subscribe. If you want to join us in Discord, you know what to do, right? Click the link at the bottom of the chat. The S&P is just sitting there, right? Not really doing much. So let me know. That's the third time we failed now on BBLG. So, yep, maybe the fourth time will be the charm. And then NCNC is fighting again for 670, Ryan. So at this point, honestly, you should be moving your stop loss higher, right? CNEY with a bit of a pop. A bit of a pop there. Yeah, that's a pretty good comeback though, Ryan. So, thank you, Abdu. Welcome. Thank you, thank you. And there goes another nasty drop, Ryan, right? Again, did you sell it? You did not. You did not. Right? Yeah. Have a good day, random stuff. Right? That thing just keeps going to resistance and failing, right? That's like the 100th time now. So hopefully again it stays above $6. One of these times it will not. There goes REE, another pop off the demand zone. So that looks good. Have a great day, Prime. Have a great day as well. See you later. Yep. Not bad. Anyways, guys, again, be safe. Have a wonderful rest of the day. We're gonna be in Discord, so this isn't goodbye. We're just gonna continue talking stocks in Discord. So if you're not a member yet, again, make sure you join us in Discord. Alrighty. And yeah. Okay. Bye guys. Much love. Bye all. Yes. Bye bye.